So currently T-minus 2 minutes, 20 seconds. Everything looks good. We're going to listen and watch to the launch of Falcon 9 with INTELSAT 35E.
Stage 2 locks closed out. Falcon 9 is on internal power. Vehicles in self-align.
Processing started.
FTS announced AFTS is ready for launch.
AFTS is ready for launch.
Gas closeout is complete.
VC verify F9's in startup.
Falcon 9's in startup. Stage 1, Stage 2, press for flight.
LD verify go for launch.
Go for launch.
T-minus 30.
Stage 2 at liftoff pressures.
T-minus 20.
Falcon 9 is configured for flight.
T-minus 10, 9. We got a launch abort.
John Isbrecher on the webcast net here in Hawthorne, California. We were inside T-minus 10 seconds. We've had an abort in the countdown sequence. We're waiting to hear more information right now. Currently, the team is going through the safing procedure of the Falcon 9, and we'll wait a minute, see if we can get some information on what caused the abort. John Isbrecher again. As you heard, countdown 1, as they went through their safing procedure, the team does reach a point where the engineers brief out what the cause of the abort was. In this case, you heard the SpaceX launch director discuss this as a GNC criteria abort. This is a computer abort that happened at T-minus 10 seconds, where we're looking at the status of the guidance system and the flight hardware that supports it. It appears that something was out of limits. The computers stopped the countdown before we got into the engine ignition sequence. Unfortunately, though, as we heard the launch director state, we're not going to be able to recycle the countdown in the time that we have left in the window and make another attempt today. We do have, obviously, the data from the countdown and the abort. The team will be able to look at that. That'll give us an opportunity to assess when we might be able to launch again, but it will not be today. Now, as a reminder, there is a backup launch window tomorrow, almost the same time, about a minute or so earlier than we were planning to launch this evening from Complex 39A in the Kennedy Space Center. So that's going to wrap up our webcast. We got the weather cooperated today. We got all the way down to 10 seconds. Then we had an automated abort. Falcon 9 looks good. We're safing the rocket. We'll offload propellants. We'll take a look at what the data is and then figure out what our next launch opportunity is going to be. So I invite you to follow along on our social media pages as we know more and we can replan for when the next launch of Intelsat 35E will be from Launch Complex 39A on the Falcon 9. With that, we'd like to thank everyone who supported, especially the teams that have worked to get us to this point, and we hope to be able to come back maybe as early as tomorrow at the same time and bring you the launch of Intelsat 35E. But until our webcast resumes again, we're signing off for this afternoon. Thank you for watching, and good evening.